Hey guys. So today I'm going to talk about one of the books that I read recently. I'm actually on the second one now, that I think is going to be a new, or I hope at least, is going to be a new viral and addicting series. So it is The Daughter of No Worlds by Carissa Broadbent. She's actually the one, I didn't realize this when I picked it up. I picked it up a year or so ago. I think it was on discount, like Christmas discounts or Prime Day discounts or something like that. And it's just been sitting in my Kindle library for a while, and I finally read it this summer. But Carissa Broadbent recently wrote the Knight and the Serpent one. Like, what is it called? It's like Knight like serpent and knife like dark or something. I don't know. It's something else weird like that. But she wrote that one, which went viral on TikTok. But before, she had written the, oh my gosh, what is that series even called? But it's The Daughter of No Worlds book is the first one. The second one is Children of Fallen Gods, and then the third one I think is Mother of Dawn and Light or something like that. But anyways, it is, the covers need a rebranding. They need remarketing to fix them. They are very stereotypical early 2000s, the beautiful girl who's in a fancy dress looking like a warrior, one of those type things. And so I didn't pick it up for a long time. It has great reviews, but I didn't pick it up for a long time because the cover is not great. But the story is great once you get past the cover. So just turn the page, everyone. Don't look at the cover. But it is about a slave girl named Tisana, something like that. That's how I say it in my head. Tisana, who was enslaved by the Thereni when she was a young girl. Her village was taken over, and then she has, they believed, and she does, has powers. So in her lands, everybody who's albino, which I believe is a greater percentage there, because I don't think there's that many people in our real world. But there's a great percentage of people who are albino, and they have a special kind of magic. Some of the normal looking people also have magic, not all of them. But there are two schools of people. And if you're albino, you almost certainly have magic. But she had mixed skin. And so they didn't know for sure, but she convinced the slavers to take her because she convinced them that she would have magic powers as she got older. So she was taken to the Thereni Lord's castle, and she was kind of raised there to be kind of like a courtesan. And I always read it and I don't say it out loud. But she just entertained men, pretty much was her job. She did sleep with men sometimes, but that wasn't part of her job. She just did that to kind of get ahead in life. She wasn't proud of it, but she did what she had to do. Early on, she was talking to her lord, and he joked that if you could get, I think it was $1,000, then you could be free. And so she did everything she could, and she saved up for like 15 years or something like that until she got to the point, and she finally, this isn't really a spoiler, it's like in the beginning of the book, she finally got her $1,000, and he laughed at her and was like, I was joking, I own you, no. And so then she kills him and she escapes, and she goes to find the towers where the albinos are educated and where they have their magic. There are two towers, two magic systems. So they have one tower, and the Solari and the, oh dear, what's the other one? I don't know what the other one is. Can't remember. But there are two towers. And so she goes and flees and tries to find the tower. She has to go through all these lands that she doesn't speak their language, and she's hurt at the same time. So it's like a miracle that she makes it there. But anyway, she makes it there, and she convinces them to train her. And it's the story of this slave girl who tries to rise from her station and get power and learn about the magic that she has inside of her, and see if she can go back and save the other slaves. So her ultimate goal is that she wants to go back and get rid of all the slave lords over there and save all the slaves. And so that's the main plot of the story. There is a sub-romance plot, which I think is what pulls a lot of people in. I think the viral series that go out all have romance plots because that's what like the bulk of your mainstream readers look for, at least women, you know. And so it does have that. It does have a, you know, like the grumpy guy and the strong slave girl who's coming back to save her people. And so it does follow that slight romance plot, but there's so much more than that. There's the kind of like the colonization aspect going around, who has power and who deserves to have power. There's a war going on over in Erin. That's the country that she flees to. There's a war over who should be in control, if it should be the like royalty and noble people, or if it should be one of the common people who should rule. So there is an ongoing war with all that, and there's different sides, and it brings the whole politics into question as well. So I feel like there is different aspects that will pull in lots of different people. I personally love the politics aspect of the magical worlds, and I don't mind a romance plot as long as, I mean, I like romantasy books. I'm not a huge just like straight up romance fan, but I do like romantasy because it adds an extra element in there, and so I don't mind the romance plots. If you don't like romance, it's not too bad. There is a lot more like fighting and politics and what's gonna happen plotline than there is romance plotline, so that's good. I don't even know if in that first book if there is any romance, like solid like sex scenes. I don't even think there is. Maybe one, but not too heavy on the romance. It's mostly a story of this woman who is coming into her own power and is trying to break the system. So yeah, I think it's a great book. Don't look at the cover. Just go into it, read it. It's good. All right, thanks guys. Bye.